Whoa!
Ooh, welcome back, everybody. Now it's time to tackle the rooftops of the Grand Archives. I'm utilizing the shortcut we discovered last. Oh, not that one. If you've rested, then you'll have to take on the Crystal Sage. Oh no, Crystal Sage doesn't respawn. I'm being silly. But you will have to take on these two again. Remember the one that drops down behind you in ambush. This is the elevator we're looking for. Come back up here, and if you do not have a head of wax, then make sure you come back down this ladder to get one, which you can find by going all the way back across the bridge. And don't forget about the thralls that will drop us down. There we go. And actually, before we dunk our head in wax, I want to take some extra time to handle this Lothric Knight again, just because it's going to make things easier when we backtrack to get that item that's on the ledge to the left of him. Nice, shield. Okay, so now let's dunk our head. Then let's head back over the bridge. Back up these stairs, U-turn to the left. Up these stairs are going to be several scholars that all cast magic, and even more curse hands. One right in front of us, one directly to the left, or excuse me, to the right of him, and one coming through the doorway across the room. One last one to the right of him. At least I think that's the last one. So with all them taken care of, you can grab this large soul. Yep, why it's so important to dunk your head. And all the way at the end here, to the left of the archway, is a chest. Quickly make your way before your wax head dissipates up these stairs, and on the right is a crystal lizard that you want to take care of. And over here, again, be quick so that you don't get hit by all these hands, is a fleshbite ring. You need that for all the achievements. Now we can exit onto the rooftops. The only way we can go is down this ladder. And as we go this way, take a right. And if we look right, we've got quite a drop down here. Or we could try to jump to this little incline here. Before you attempt this, I recommend putting on the Silver Cat ring in case you don't make it. And I also recommend jumping at an angle here, because if you go straight perpendicular, you'll roll off the other side. So let's see if we can do it. Nice. Get there, and then walk down. And then we can drop down to this awning without taking any damage. which lets us get this item that was on the ledge above the Lothric Knight. Backtrack a little. Oop. To the left is another item. And then we're going to return to the roof by dropping down here and making our way back across the bridge after we change our rings back. Back out. Let's turn left again and drop down again and go right again. This time we're going to go across the roof. However, be mindful as we round this next corner. Maybe switch over to our pyromancy because there is another gargoyle around the corner. How is he hitting me? I'm very confused. Again, we're trying to stick to the left. Sigh. And sometimes they just fall off anyway. But we can't drop down there just yet, so we'll get him later. Up here we've got a Soul of a Weary Warrior. And actually, if we go back, I think I missed something. Yes, at the end of this roof there's a Titanite chunk and a gargoyle. Does he take more dark damage? I don't think so. Maybe a little. Either way, after taking care of him, grab the Titanite chunk, and now let's be on our merry way. This place is so large it's easy to miss things. Alright, back up here is probably the only set of crystal lizards that I don't bother to reset to get all of them. It's very difficult to get both. Try with pyromancy, but usually it hit below. Yeah, see? Maybe if I do the lobbed one. Nope. We can take care of that one, and then... So that one fell off, and I'm not gonna chase him, so... And you might have heard a gargoyle just swoop down. There he is right there. Looks to me it is better to use the dark hand, the Blackfire orb on these guys. And now we're going to do a little backtrack to take care of those Corvians. So you can hear the gargoyle still trotting around there. And in fact, we're going to try to get him with the drop attack. With them down, now we can take on these guys, which is best done from afar. Try to lock onto the sorcerer in the middle, and the shaman. I just saw that crystal lizard fade away. I could have been trying to hit him. All I'm missing out on is a twinkling titanite and a heavy gem, so no big loss there. This is also another way back to the same area that had the hollow gem. And then somewhere, I always get lost here. Right here, we can jump at this corner here, which is a little difficult, but certainly doable. Access some twinkling titanite, or excuse me, titanite scales, and also this would be where Grey Rat's ashes are if you sent him to pillage Lothric Castle. He will have perished, and his ashes would drop here, which you can then give to the shrine handmaid to make his wares available for sale with her. And then drop down, might want to heal up. Because now we're back at the balcony where the crystal sage teleported 2 seconds. So now we need to get back to the rooftop, which you can either do by homeward boning, but keep in mind, or I guess coral sword fragment now, keep in mind that the gargoyles will reset, or we can simply sprint to the left and up these stairs, since we've taken care of these thralls. How to think of their name. Then we don't have to fight them again, and then go back across the bridge, and then back up the stairs, back around to the left. Back up the second set of stairs. Through the library with all the hands. And then back outside. After you've headed all the way back to where the 2 crystal lizards initially were, we've got another path to follow. Head forward now this time. And we want to equip our black fire orb, I guess, before we drop down here to grab this titanite chunk. Because we're going to have to tackle 2 gargoyles. Ow. Try to stay on this side so that we don't have to fight the other one quite yet. Alright. With that one down, we can tackle the second one. Which luckily has a hammer. I think these to be easier than the javelineers. Alright, with them down, let's continue onward. And then we can drop off the roof here to this little curve. And go through the broken window, but be careful of the scholar on our right. So take care of him. And then you can grab the Ember and the Undead Bone Shard. You can also kick down a ladder to create a shortcut. And past this is a vat of wax in case you did not get the items down there. And then unfortunately I had to take care of something off camera, but past that vat, there are 2 thralls hanging from the rafters up here that will drop down to ambush you. And past that, there is a Lothric knight with a greatsword right here that we can slowly walk up to from here and tag him with some spells. He's kind of difficult in this small space, but you can hit him twice real quick before he regains composure, and then back up to regain some stamina to get the third one off before he even gets to you. And then out here, so there's a Lothric Knight. This corpse right here houses 2 Titanite chunks. Due to technical difficulties, those were gotten off camera. So, finally back this way. Now we can leave this way. If you need to rest, then now is the time to do it, because we're about to fight not 1, but 3 NPCs. So if you find that difficult, then rest up. I'm going to attempt to do it as is. They're not too difficult, just the fact that you have to deal with 3 of them makes it a little tricky. They all die pretty quickly to the Chaos Bed vestiges. You've got an archer with twin swords, you've got a giant sword and shield bearing knight, and you have a sorcerer. So if we slowly walk up, you can kind of see 3 of them, I believe. Or it's not a sword, it's a great axe. The axe and shield warrior notices you first, but I think they all notice you at the same time once you start really moving. Try to back up the stairs. You want to separate people as much as possible. The big issue is that they all have Estus flasks, but they only have 2. And so you can hear we're getting shot at. This guy's very agile is the biggest issue with him. Try to keep your distance as always, and keep your shield up. Come back down here, and let's get some mana. Let's get a little bit of a breather. Let them come to you. Which they don't like to do. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. Heal. God, that crystal soul arrow is the worst. Heal again. And now we're out of mana as well. Alright. With them out of the way, let me make sure. I don't remember if the knight dropped anything. He did. Dropped a golden wing crest shield. The sorcerer drops her crystal staff. The item is a soul, and the rogue drops the onikiri and ubadachi. The good news is, if you can make it through that, we get a sweet, sweet shortcut back to the bonfire. So let's rest up. Let's level up. Let's sell our soul.
Have
We can also sell this hollow gem, this refined gem, this sharp gem, these titanite scales. Still debating on whether or not I want to sell the twinkling titanite or use it on my shields. Doesn't do that much difference, honest. Never sell any of these until you get the achievement. Can't, however, sell this and this. Oh, I can use. Oh yes, there's the magic one. I knew there was a magic version, magic crest shield. Anyway. And actually, I looked off camera and noticed that I have two. Where are they? Lothric Knight leggings, so let me sell one of those. Keep everything else. Alright.
Ashen one.
Welcome, husband. Very well, then take note.
And now, again, we're working on 40 and 40 intelligence and faith. Oh, and I should have done this before leveling up, but let's see if we can upgrade my dark longsword at all. Have we gotten 6 titanite chunks? Oh, no, we're one short. Aww. Make sure I didn't get any Estus shards. Nope, but I did get an undead bone shard, which I believe to actually be the last one. So burn that for a maxed out Estus flask and an achievement. And then let's travel back to the Grand Archives. And when we return, our 3-part Grand Archives extravaganza will end with our final push to the boss. Till then, stay safe.